Why don't you sing the Achievement Hunter song to intro our podcast?
Jeff, we need a song for our quarterly podcast.
Oh, you want me to get Nico on that?
No. I want you to get on it.
I call Eye of the Tiger.
So this is our 50th podcast.
And this, if it makes it, will be the second one we ever posted.
I'm excited. I think I have a feeling this is going to be it. This is going to be number 2.
Today's the day.
How often do we do podcasts?
This would be the deuce.
We do them like once a week, maybe. Maybe once every 2 weeks.
And then we go, fuck it. And we don't put it up.
No, we'll do the podcast for about 20 minutes, and we're like, this is boring. This is stupid.
Hey, look at that. The fucking phone rings.
He keeps saying podcast.
Who says
I don't know. I've been saying that today. I don't know why. I think I've got some kind of problem.
All right, you better take it.
Put him on the podcast.
There goes our podcast.
Way to drop a name. I got Bill Gates on my cell phone.
Joel, I got it.
God damn it, Joel.
What
Joel
happened?
just walked in and spilled an iced Americano all over my lap.
How did you know it was an iced Americano?
Because I went
You
with him when he
recognized
ordered
it
it.
on
You
site?
sit down. You're punished now. You have to be
You have
burning.
to sit in. So, Gus, what's new with you? What have you been up to this quarter?
Not much. Playing games.
What are you playing right now?
World of Warcraft, like always, and Godfather 2.
Hey, let's talk about something that we're both pissed off about. You and I both like Godfather 2 a lot, right? I mean, I've only played about 2 hours of it, and then you did all those achievement videos, which were fantastic, by the way, and are tearing up the internet.
I've probably played 20 hours worth of Godfather 2, I'd say.
And we read the GameSpot review, who we usually look at as being like the litmus test of what a game is going to do, right?
Yeah.
How good a game is. They're usually pretty dead on, and they gave that game a 4.5.
Unbelievable. The game is not a 4.5.
Absolute, utter bullshit.
All the other reviews I've read seem to be more in line with it. They're all, in the 7.5 to 8 range. I think if I was a game reviewer, I'd probably give it, an 8.
That game's an 8. It's a solid 8.
It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that game scored so low. I mean, I'd like to look and see what other games are 4.5s, just for reference.
That dude that reviewed it must hate the movies. That's the only thing I can think.
Or he must be a huge fan of the movie and was disappointed that the game didn't follow the movie too closely, story-wise.
Well, that's retarded.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to defend him here.
He
might just be dumb.
Don't defend it. It's possible. I don't know who the guy is. He's probably got a family and is a nice guy, and we're insulting him, but fuck him. I read Joystick's review of it today. They said it was pretty good. They coined it. Their summarization was that it's like waking up on December 25th and remembering it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is a pretty good way to look at it.
It's a
you
pleasant
weren't
surprise.
expecting it. It was a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Good game. I'm currently playing Resident Evil 5 right now.
How's that going? I saw zombies riding motorcycles on your screen earlier.
Yeah.
Talking to the mic.
Can they do that?
Can they ride motorcycles?
Apparently.
According to Capcom.
Yeah, it's Capcom.
It's Capcom.
Yeah.
I confused for a second that it was Konami. Okay, woo! Yeah,
no, you know what? You were the other day asking, you the other day were commenting on how Resident Evil is a stupid name for a video game. And I read an article today talking about why it's called Biohazard in Japan and not called Biohazard in the United States.
Why is that?
Apparently the name Biohazard was already copyrighted. Or they would have difficulty getting a trademark on the phrase Biohazard in the United States. So they decided to go with Resident Evil. Also on the chopping block was probably like a Pretty School Bus. So you could have been playing Pretty School Bus 5 right
Pretty
now.
School Bus, Murder
Resident
Town.
Evil 5.
Called it Zombies on Motorcycles. That would have been much better.
Zombie choppers.
Now, that could be a whole game on itself.
It could be. Oh man, it's definitely a Resident Evil game. I haven't played a Resident Evil game since, Jesus, I don't know. I haven't beaten a Resident Evil game since Code Veronica. Probably.
Yeah,
I've played every Resident Evil game, but
same here. I never played 4, even though everyone loved it.
you played a little bit though.
No, I never played 4. I've never picked up the controller in Resident Evil 4.
Really? I thought we lived together, and when I tried it, you were there.
No, it looked so horrible. I never picked it
Yeah,
up.
I didn't like it at all. People loved that game. I thought it was retarded. It was a bunch of like Eastern European dudes with pitchforks and
Sounds awesome.
beards. I don't know. You don't expect this.
motorcycles?
No, there weren't. They don't-
you need next-gen graphics for motorcycles.
yeah, it's true. They don't have motorcycles in Eastern Europe.
GameCube
Come on.
couldn't cut that.
They burned them for fuel a long time ago. But anyway, I had forgotten about the obnoxious gameplay mechanics of Resident Evil. Like, for instance, you're Chris Redfield, total badass, like special forces type dude, right? Until it's time to stab somebody with a knife. And then you're like, all right, I got to stop, plant, wait for him to come to me, and then stab him. And I've got like a 6-inch radius.
Everything in the military is procedures.
I guess that's true. It's just obnoxious to fight in that game. And you can't walk and shoot.
I was about to ask. You can't walk and shoot.
No. Yeah, so playing WoW, huh?
Yeah, it's going good.
I'd say this is the point in every podcast that we never publish where we start talking about WoW and then it just descends.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when it ends.
We should probably avoid that.
I will say that it's fun. One thing that's fun to talk about is that Bernie has been secretly playing WoW again.
Yeah, he doesn't know that I'm watching him on WoWarmory.com. I can see as he's leveling, and I can see the achievements he's getting.
Yeah, I've seen him playing it in the office, like alt-tabbing in and out of it in the office the last 3 days. And he told me, he goes, the other day he said, hey, I logged on to WoW, played for like 15 minutes and quit. It was just the same old games I ever remembered. It was dumb. I got bored immediately. He's leveled 3 times since then.
Amazingly, in 15 minutes he went from level 59 to level 62 somehow.
Yeah, and it's not like he's leveling 1 to 3 or anything. He's 59 to 62. That's a good...
And he managed to uncover the entire Eastern Kingdom map, apparently, too, somehow in those 15 minutes.
In the process of, not giving a shit. Well, what are you going to do? I wish he could just accept the fact that he is a WoW player and loves the game. I mean, dude, I play WoW a lot. Not as much as you, for sure. And I've taken breaks just like he has, just because, not because I want to stop playing, because I love the game, but just because other shit gets in the way. At night, Griffin's always making me work on stuff. But I'm only level 44, maybe, somewhere around there.
In your defense, you have like 4 level 30 characters.
That's true. I do. I have a lot of characters.
Too bad you can't combine them into one super.
I know, like Voltron, right?
Yeah.
Wowtron.
Well, if you just have to get one to level 55, then you can get you can make a Death Knight. You can have 2 level 55 characters like instantly.
Oh, that's a good point. I should definitely do that. Yeah. Hey, look who's showing up. Is it Bernie Burns? Did you have a good phone call, Bernie?
I did.
Good.
Look what I got a phone call.
You got a Corona off the phone call.
Corona? That's great.
Oh, wait. Should we not do product endorsements?
I think that's probably Matt.
Bernie has generic Mexican beer number 2.
I'm going to drink as I sit next to my generic Mexican friend.
So while you were gone, we discussed Resident Evil. We discussed
Horrible.
Godfather 2.
We discussed the bullshit GameSpot review of Godfather 2, and we discussed your secret obsession with WoW and how you pretend not to be playing it, but you're totally playing it.
Oh, back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. You know what I'm doing back here? I get the exploring achievement.
And we talked about that.
It's great. I just set the horse. What is the deal in WoW where they have set up every world where you can't just find a straight line and run? You will always run into something.
It's like the real world.
Yeah.
Well, that's not always true. I can get on a road and go basically in a straight line.
A road that's been cleared where the mountains have been
There's no highways in WoW.
But even their fucking roads are all curvy and stuff.
Yeah.
They're pathways. But come on. I mean, how many hills and trees and ravines and rocks do you need? I get it. I get it. Just let me fucking run and get my free achievement stuff.
So should we do a quick summary of what we've been up to the last quarter since the last podcast?
Well,
I won the contest, first of all.
Congratulations, yes, you
I
won.
don't even remember this contest.
Long time ago, the 10,000 gamers scored in a week.
Jesus.
I did it with 3 days to spare. Gavin came down and directed a mini-series called Red vs. Blue Relocated.
Right.
Which was a smash success. But
excellent.
Took the internet by storm. We made our first live-action thing, which was called Captain Dynamic.
Also awesome.
Also incredibly successful.
The Nielsen numbers on that are through the roof.
Yeah, they are. And that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah?
I think there was a net gain of about 40 pounds between the 6 of us in the office.
You want to talk about the 401k at all?
Okay.
Nice thing about the beginning of the year is there's always a lot of business, tax, awful stuff that has to take place. And there was a huge dose of it this year, which was fun.
It's like we're a real company.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
And it hasn't really ended yet, so that's exciting.
Playing grown-ups.
We renewed our health care. Wow, that's exciting shit to talk about.
I got my tax returns back. That was exciting.
Yeah, me too. I filed yesterday finally. Woo!
So I've been trying to play Saints Row 2 with Gav, and that doesn't work. I have really bad luck at picking gaming partners because I either have a guy who's in Northwest Canada and has the worst internet connection ever, or Gav, who's now 7 hours ahead of us. So when it's 6 p.m. here and I'm leaving work, it's 1 a.m. his time.
Why is he 7 hours ahead of us?
Daylight savings, buddy.
Wow. Yeah, we were. Bernie and I were in the Netherlands last week.
We were.
Or 2 weeks ago. We spent 2 weeks in Belgium and Holland.
And you spent a week.
It was 11 days or something.
It was Wednesday to Wednesday. You spent a week.
And we could totally talk about that. And but anyway, while we were there, we had European daylight savings.
European daylight savings,
right? I guess. I mean, it wasn't daylight savings
here. It's worth 1.3 American daylight savings, right? Yeah, they move forward an hour and 20 minutes.
About how American daylight savings is so fat, basically.
And we ate a lot of really weird, terrible food.
We ate raw meat.
We did. We ate raw. What was that? Just raw hamburger meat with pepper.
The worst kind of thing you can eat raw, ground beef. We ate it
in Europe too. That's mad cow territory.
It's called Oswurst. It's a Amsterdam specialty, or as Bernie said, it was two waiters betting that they could outserve shitty food, made up food to each other.
They jacked off all over your food, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you did get it.
I was like, thanks, dude.
You took it up a notch.
Yeah.
We went from raw meat to getting jacked off on.
We did not order the jizzwurst, but thank you.
No, but I swear there was like some other like Dieter was in the back there betting Hans that he couldn't get us to eat, raw meat for €5, and sure enough, we ate it because he gave it to us free. We didn't ask for it.
Yo, man, you totally ate cum.
He also
he's like, look, this is a specialty. It's Ostwurst. No, actually, he told us it was a special Dutch dish. It was raw ground beef with spices. Spices, by the way, is pepper. Ground black pepper. And he said it's special. And I even asked him because I was suspicious. I go, "What's this called?" And he goes, "It's called Ostwurst." Like, it was totally made up.
That's totally his last name. He was like, "Oh shit!"
It's probably like
Dieter Ostwurst was his name.
It's like it's the name of his dog or his neighborhood or something.
He also gave us another delicacy for free, which was red peppers soaked in like a swimming pool full of oil with some gross cheese in the middle. And Bernie was the first to try it. And he put one of the peppers in his mouth and bit into it, and 3 gallons of oil came out of his mouth and landed all over his shirt.
Was it like hot oil?
It was hilarious.
No. It was like olive oil,
Sure it was oil
soaked. I'm pretty sure it was oil. I don't know.
It was pretty funny to watch because it was like when a kid gets braces on and then has their first meal. It was just like all
You
over
didn't do
his
much
shirt.
better after watching my experience.
No, I didn't.
It also took me about 30 minutes for me to convince you to eat anything on that
But
plate.
I did, and Gavin did not. Gavin was too scared.
Gavin's a gigantic pussy when
He
it comes
is.
to that stuff.
He
Yeah.
is such a wimp.
And then we went
Or
to...
he's just from Europe and he knows.
No.
That was in Amsterdam.
You should lean over and talk into the mic when you're going to talk because they don't pick up sound very well.
Wow. Pause for technical schooling right there. The couple things you should know about Amsterdam. A, it's great. B, there's bikes everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun place to go. That's it. I ran out fast. But it's great. It's awesome.
That's all there is to say about Amsterdam.
Jeff had a good time.
I hear the Anne Frank house is there, right?
We went to the Anne Frank Museum.
Fucking
That was
depressing.
the fucking most depressing thing I've ever done in my life. That was.
Isn't there,
I was like,
a museum also.
What's that?
I'm trying to think. What else is there? That's it, right? That's all there is to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is
Everyone's
this
on a fucking bike.
Amsterdam is the city of porn and drugs, and we hit there and went straight to the Anne Frank Museum.
It's true, we did. We went to the pancake house first.
Checked into our hotel, got pancakes, and then went to the Anne Frank Museum. That was
and then ate
a
raw
misstep.
meat. And then, it was good. We missed all the fun stuff. And then we went to the red light district, which was pretty fucking crazy.
That was insane.
If you've ever been to New Orleans, it's like a much cooler version of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Vegas.
With canals everywhere and
Yeah.
titties.
You'd like this. For you guys, this little fact.
Ooh.
We went on a boat tour, believe it or not, like a tourist boat tour. Like with a guided dude telling us like everything about the city. Their construction there, the stairs are so narrow and so steep. It's no joke. It's like they can't figure out the difference between a set of stairs and a ladder. It's like you're literally like stepping up on each set of stairs. But because they built them like that, they don't have the ability to move stuff in and out of the houses. So every house on the front of it has a hook at the top, at the roof. So they can like set up a pulley and yank stuff up the side of the house to put in the windows.
Jesus, do they all have like a degree in physics over there or something?
They do, basically.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's like a shipping town, that's why.
And one day, Gavin and Bernie were taking a nap in the hotel room. At least that's what they told me. And I couldn't hang with whatever homoerogenous stuff was happening there, so I just went for a walk. And while I was going for a walk, I saw apparently some dude died on the 3rd floor of one of those houses, and they couldn't bring him down the stairs because you can't fit a... what do you put people on when they're dying?
A coffin.
Gurney.
Gurney, yeah. You can't fit a gurney down those things. So they have to bring a fire truck in that has a ladder with, like, the bucket on it, but the bucket has, like, a swivel with a gurney, like, permanently placed on it. And they have to, like, swoop in up 3 stories, push the gurney in through the door, throw the dead dude on, and then pull him out that way. It was fascinating to watch.
Well, I almost
Did
fucking
you
died.
stand there and just like watch the whole time?
I watched, like, a half an hour, yeah.
Took pictures.
Yeah, I did take some pictures.
Classy.
I don't know that the guy was dead, but he didn't look alive. So... And it was in the red light district, and he was like 70.
He might have paid a lot of good money for that
He
service.
might have,
You don't
yeah.
know. Like that might be his thing.
Might have been the best death ever, right?
You should have been like the classic American and walked up to the dude running the pool and go, "Where do I buy tickets for this?"
Yeah,
like,
I'll
where do-
take
I'm
I'll take what
next.
he had.
I'm gonna go next. How do I get on this ride? Go up and down. And then we flew back, and that was uneventful. I slept the entire way.
Yeah. Oh, we watched, what was that movie we watched?
Day the Earth Stood Still.
Yeah.
Terrible. And I watched Knowing, which is like the opposite of The Day the Earth Stood Still. Which Knowing is about, basically, the Earth is going to be destroyed, so aliens come to help us. And The Day the Earth Stood Still is about, we're destroying the Earth, so aliens are going to kill us. Kind of the same, but like, they go to very different places. Both horrible.
We can only somehow combine both movies into one
decent movie.
You're telling me a Keanu Reeves movie and a Nicolas Cage movie, and neither of them was a hit? Neither of them was good?
You would be amazed.
Wow, what does Hollywood come to?
Two track records come to a dismal close.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves, I rewatched Point Break 2 days ago. Holds up extremely well.
It's funny you say that. I saw that like 2 weeks ago. I just
watched
really? Point Break
Oh,
again.
dude, it's so good. Griffin had never seen it, and we watched it the other night in bed. It was one of the best movies ever made.
That's like the best ending to a movie ever.
Oh, yeah.
How about the Fast and then the Furious making $70 million?
No, not the Fast and then the Furious. Fast and Furious.
Fast, Furious.
Fast, Furious.
Fast
yeah.
and or Furious.
Fast ampersand Furious.
So they went the Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
Then they went Fast and the Furious 2.
Tokyo Drift.
No, that was 3.
That was 3.
Faster and more furious. What was it?
Faster and Furiouser.
Furioso. And then the Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And then now Fast Furious.
Fast Furious.
No.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And it made $70 million in a weekend. It made more in one weekend than Tokyo Drift made in its whole run.
I just read.
That's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, right.
You brought out the Vin Diesel guns for.
This is the first movie he'd been in since The Pacifier.
No, he was in.
Yeah.
He's in those Riddick movies. People love those Riddick
movies.
But
The
Pacifier
came out after that. Yeah.
He's coming out in a movie called Wheelman, right? Or is that just a game?
Quick, best Vin Diesel role. Go.
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I would say Riddick. Not in the Chronicles of Riddick, but in...
Don't qualify.
No, it's the other movie. What was the other movie?
You're wrong no matter how you qualify
What was the first one?
Yeah, what was that movie called?
Darkness or something?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark.
No.
What the fuck?
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black.
Had a great opening.
Yeah.
Fast and Dark.
It was
Fast
called
and Darker.
Goldeneye. What's your best Vin Diesel role?
I'd say whatever.
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black, yeah.
So
I'm going to say...
Why were we wrong? Please correct us. Let us know.
The voice of the Iron Giant.
Was he the voice of the Iron Giant?
He was.
No way.
Yeah. Vin Diesel is the voice of the Iron Giant. Before he really became Vin Diesel.
Huh.
He was just Vin.
What's the best should have been Vin Diesel movie? Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games. Do you know why he was kicked off of Reindeer Games?
Yeah.
He wouldn't show his guns.
That's right. He saves his biceps for Vin Diesel movies.
You know, that's the smartest thing he ever
Booted
did.
him off the fucking film. That's awesome.
I mean, come on. Reindeer Games. Really?
That's a Gary Sinise movie.
It was Gary Sinise and Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel got kicked off of Reindeer Games because he wouldn't show his biceps because he saves that for Vin Diesel movies.
It's true.
I bet
fucking brilliant, dude.
I bet Fast and Furious.
He got fired.
Yeah.
I bet Fast and Furious made more its opening weekend with his biceps than Reindeer Games did its whole run.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I don't know. That was at the top of the Affleck food chain, right?
Can you imagine if Ben Affleck had made an Aliens Fighting the Earth movie this summer? That'd have been incredible.
Yeah.
What would his been?
He made Phantoms. That was kind of similar.
Phantoms. That's before he got famous.
I don't even know what that is.
Phantoms is a Rose McGowan Ben Affleck movie about Phantoms.
I like Ben Affleck.
I do too. Hey, have you seen the trailer for Extract?
Nope.
The new Mike Judge film with Ben Affleck in it?
Nope.
Looks really good.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it's Jason Bateman and Ben Affleck.
And Mila Kunis.
And Mila Kunis, who's like somehow turned into the hottest chick on the planet. Ooh. Although she was not very good looking in Max Payne, which I also watched on that ill-fated fight. Ill-fated fight back from Europe.
Do you know I read she was the headline article in one of the American Way magazines that we read whenever we travel. And she came to America from like the Ukraine or Russia or somewhere when she was 12 and she didn't speak English.
No
and
kidding.
She learned English and got her role on 70 Show by the time she was like 16.
You know what's weird about that is Wilmer Valderrama did. Is that Wilmer Is his name? Valderrama did the same fucking thing.
And he is her brother.
Where the fuck is he from?
He was from Central America, and he came over as a teenager to America and didn't speak English and had to learn English really fast. I heard about it on Howard Stern one time, and then got that role when he was like 19. He banged a lot of girls.
All right. So, anything else to discuss? I mean, is that all we've done in the last 3 months?
Done a lot of Achievement Hunter, and we had a comic that continues to come out.
Barack Obama was inaugurated.
Oh, that's true.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Now he's in Europe.
That's true.
Doing something.
They should do like the equivalent of like a height chart when you mark as your kids get taller, they should have like a face age chart.
Dude,
where you just
he's
watch
getting
how
old.
old he gets, how quickly. That's like the worst thing in the world you can do for your health is become president.
No way. It's not that he's. I mean, maybe he's looking a little older, but I bet he's just not keeping up appearances like for a campaign. He's just not, dyeing his hair black.
Motherfucker's aging.
He's looking old, dude.
He's looking old.
He's looking old.
Man,
Look what happened to
both are wrong.
Bush. The dude went from like 35 to 95 in 8 years.
And he's a pretty healthy dude.
He did a lot of coke in his defense.
Coke keeps you young.
He could dodge a shoe, though. I wish he'd have caught one of those shoes. That'd have been so great. Like a fucking superhero. Tink! The fucking Matrix. Right back.
Thing ever.
That'd have been awesome.
Hey, Joel, is there any more beer?
No.
What happened to the other six-pack?
They got drink.
No.
That's what happens.
People drink beer.
There's like
People drink beer.
We got some stuff on the site coming up, right? Then we have tournaments. We'll be
Tomorrow night we got our Halo Xbox Live Playdate.
Oh, that's a very good call. Yeah,
and then we
community
have
Playdate.
Yeah, we have tournaments coming up for the rolling out that feature. Even though we said we're not going to do any more features.
Well, that one
we
was
said-
deep in development when we
Yeah,
said
we
that.
said we would do one more.
What we're going to
Yeah.
do? One more feature. This is the one more feature is the tournament functionality where people will be able to make their own tournaments. Like, we're going to roll this out right after, of course, March Madness because tournament fever is now completely dead.
Yeah.
So also we're going to update all of our journals so they're just like Twitter where you can only say 5 characters, so you can't possibly
That
say
will make us hip.
anything fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Joel wants the world to know that the Texas Rangers are 2-0 and on track to a perfect season.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. only how many more to go? 100.
Undefeated.
160 games
160
ago.
games. We're on the way.
They'll get there.
We're on the way.
Time Warner's about to shove a dick up our butts.
I'm about to shove a dick up their butt.
Time Warner is about to start charging us by the gigabyte for our bandwidth.
Yep.
That means no one in the office will be using Time Warner anymore.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Our stuff's co-located at a pseudo-ish Time Warner facility.
Yeah, I should threaten them.
Yeah, we should. We definitely should.
That's an empty threat.
They don't know that.
No.
Shut up.
Oh, wait, yeah, fuckers.
I mean,
It's not really Time Warner, though.
Yeah, well, whatever. They got the name.
threaten these third-party people have nothing to do with it.
We understand the consequence of people having a lot of bandwidth. I mean, that's something we have to deal with. We have to upgrade our capacity as well to be able to serve the site and videos and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way the internet works.
And Time Warner makes money from that.
Right. Time Warner makes money from us delivering content and us
Right.
buying that bandwidth. They're trying to collect it on both ends.
Exactly.
and it's gonna work.
And it's going to
them.
work.
Yep.
No,
Listen,
they're going to get fucked.
we used to work in the telecom industry before we started doing Red versus Blue. And we know that any one of these companies that has a lot of customers, they are totally fine with losing
Yes.
their top 10% people.
I'm sure this is all a move on their behalf to get rid of the top users.
Right.
They don't give a fuck. They want to make more margin on the users who use like 5 gigs a month.
That's what they want.
They would love to cut their network capacity in half.
And they're going to drive those top 10 users to other services and
their
destroy
competitors.
their competitors to destroy their profitability.
Yeah.
It's smart. It's a great
This
long-term
is-
solution.
This is going to cascade all the way through.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that can really be done about it.
Nope.
We've always known it was coming. Is
Do you think this is going to be like a problem for gamers in general?
probably depends on how much they use.
I mean, shit. I was just talking about the WoW 3.1 patch. That's 800 megabytes of my daily limit with that. My monthly limit, 800 megabytes. What is that? 2% of my monthly bandwidth
Yeah.
This
gone.
could have a real negative effect on just the gaming industry, right?
Yeah. Well, just what about the usage of WoW?
Yeah, I don't even know how much it uses.
Nobody does.
I guess you're going to find out.
You can monitor it. I'm
God
sure.
forbid you want to stream a Netflix movie on your Xbox.
Or buy a fucking iTunes HD movie.
Or
Time
watch
Warner's-
watch 30 Rock on Hulu.
Yeah.
If let's say I had to make some guesses here, you play WoW a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you play WoW for an hour, would it transfer 3 megabytes of information?
Yeah, I bet it's not much because you can play it over a modem. So,
Yeah.
56 kilobits or less a second.
You can play it on a modem?
Yeah.
Who does that?
People in 1998. That may you'd be surprised. Broadband. There's a big portion of this country that just doesn't have it.
I remember trying to play a game like 1945, that first video game, the first, on a modem. Like 10
Here's what I
years
just
ago.
heard. Joel tried to play a video game in 1945. That was the first video
And the
game.
technology didn't exist, so it made it really hard. But I'm old, so
The video game was I Love Lucy.
He could not put the chocolates in his mouth fast enough.
He couldn't get past the factory level.
The vitamin,
So what you play? Are you talking about Battlefield 1942?
thank you. That is
Okay, so you tried to play that. You tried to play that on a modem, and it didn't work.
How did you decipher that?
I know Joel. I've known Joel for a long time.
I was picturing those old Midway games like 1941, 1942, 1943, the overhead plane shooting.
That's what I was thinking too.
Those games suck, by the way. There's way too many of those games, and they're all the same.
The game was good when I was 11 years old playing it at the Pizza Hut in
It
Eagle
is
Pass.
almost like we need another World War just so we can stop having World War II shooters. I mean,
That's horrible.
Really,
What a great idea.
we need more fodder for gaming. We need more window dressing.
I guess the gaming industry would need to get as big as the oil industry for that to happen. And then they could start a war.
Start lobbying the government.
Guys, we really need a new character set.
I mean, we really, we've killed as many zombies and Nazis as zombies.
All right, anything else to cover?
I don't think so.
Joel's going to sing the theme song.
I think we
for the
made
end
it.
here.
Theme song. This is the theme song, and we're done.
You've been listening to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Ta-ta.